So we need to be romancing the infinite. We need to have a love affair with the infinite. So, I speak that in a creative sense. So it's a good concept, speaking about emptiness. We mean infinity to a degree. I mean, it's form and formlessness to the extreme, to extinction. To zero.
So is this in terms of just expanding possibility, just contemplating the infinite?
No, if it's a word, then it's a word. Say for science, it's like a microscopic sort of delving into a macroscopic, delving into space to the infinite degrees. To whatever degree your equipment can handle and reveal the limits, see, of the universe, by, see, super telescope, and super telescope, and triple super telescope, and quadruple super telescope, and so on, see, to the infinite. 100,000 times more, whatever. They still see it. They're still discovering, still finding out what it is, which is infinite. See.
So the limits we find are not limits at all, they're our own limits, let's say?
You can say, whatever you find is a limit. Whatever you have is a limit. Whatever you are is a limit to get beyond, so to speak. Could be said. Life and death are limits. Love and hate are limits. Just go beyond that. Okay. Skin color is a limit. You have to go beyond that. Yeah. So those who stop at that color, they like 1%. I don't mean in terms of percentage of peeps. There can be more and more people who are sort of like color, sort of blind in a sense. Yeah. I call them colorblind. If you stop at color, you're colorblind. You don't see other colors. You don't see the color within color. So they're blind. They need to see their face in the mirror to feel good. So the universe is kind of like closed to them. The spirit is closed to such people.
And would you say that they're then functioning by way of programming more than...
Everybody's functioning by way of programming. Some program is creative, some programming is self-limiting. That would be extreme self-limiting. But useful, it's a step on the path. It's a hateful step on the path. Right?
So do all people have the same potential to undo their limitations?
Even the hate mongers. Right? Yeah. So the potential is there.
And is meditation the recommended means for undoing
the superior race is not by color, the superior race is by love. Yeah. Heart. Heart beings are the superior race. Yeah. Yeah. Those who believe in the God of creation or whatever, then they believe in all creation, all the creatures. They love all, see? I know that's a kind of one of those buzz phrases, loving all beings, but that's totality, that's big mind, big heart, see? Big heart. Yeah. So we're talking about a spacious recognition of what life is. You would expect the astrophysicists to be more in tune with that because they explore space and they understand space and they have to see the planets, but they see beyond the planets because they're physical space travelers. Then you have the spiritual space travelers, inner space travel, all space. Then you have the, let's say, God awakened people. They say no, God awakened is the mind of the infinite in all beings. They respect all beings for that. It's hard for them to kill other people because they see the potential of God in other people. So if you don't see the potential of God in other people, then you're kind of beneath you're beneath, let's say you're beneath God, but you're still God in a manner of speaking. You're the close-minded version of God as such.
And what about something like the Bhagavad Gita, where there's killing going on, but some sense of enlightenment or awareness?
Even killing family in the Bhagavad Gita is a paradox.
Yeah.
See, so seeing time and space from a whole different vantage point. And that's a very, very good point. It's a great work. It's actually a work of enlightenment. It's seeing karma from different angles that are incomprehensible, so to speak. Part of the process. You have to be in your, let's say, honesty as a human being, dealing with what you can comprehend, and then having to tolerate what you can't comprehend until you're ready to tolerate that.
So can some beings look at war and tragedy and see none of that in it?
Yeah, of course. It is what it is, but we have to see beyond that too. Again, it's a step on the path. That's the nature of the earth, by the way.
And that would suggest levels of reality.
Of course, there are infinite levels of reality, otherwise we don't have a concept we can say as an infinite. Say infinite means infinite, 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 infinite. Huge. And that keeps the astrophysicists and physicists for a long time coming. Again, chasing, the origin, the beginning, the finite. Going right back to the finite. They want the finite because the infinite is so infinite. It's exhausting. But it keeps everybody going. Without the infinite, you can't do anything. So the infinite makes it all possible.
So for a being who can see no conflict in conflict, how do they deal with the suffering?
Well, we're
of
talking
those?
about understanding conflict. Yeah, understanding it. And understanding the nature of individuals who need conflict. How else are they going to know what conflict is unless they experience it? And then you go beyond conflict, and it's good. You gotta know what suffering is to transcend it in terms of being a victim of it. You become a more healing agent relative to, let's say, suffering. Okay? Understanding what it is part of life. Just as happiness is also part of that life. So we need to know what we need to be happy and grateful for. In terms of the preciousness, we call it preciousness, this ancient term of life. And since I've had a heart sort of thing recently, I said, having a heartbeat is precious. This is very, very precious. To be here to speak, and put it out there for speech is very, very precious. I 100% acknowledge the preciousness of every heartbeat. Absolutely. It's great. Happy to be in the body and be the body and the heartbeat in full understanding that at some point it's going to give out. And then, there's more. And then there's more. See? Very more. And then there's only more.
So how do we not get dragged down by other people's conditions, pains,
There's nothing wrong with being dragged down. You've got to be dragged down before you can come up. You've got to reach your low point. So you get dragged down, by people's pain. And if you're an emotional type, then you're going to be dragged down. You're going to be dragged through all of it if you're an emotional type. Yeah. It's your lot. Then when you establish yourself, let's say you use a system now on the higher chakras, and what you suffered yesterday or yesteryear, or before, you don't have to experience it the same way. You can upgrade. And still be compassionate. It's an upgrade, but you don't have to feel it the same way. It's also beyond the feeling. So you sense that it is what it is, and there's suffering, but you don't have to suffer it all. You can understand it all. Let it be. So there's being and letting be. It's compassion. And then say, man, I'm not suffering this, so I should help. I'm not done in by the pain of this, so maybe I can help. So it's really kind of like a fuel. It's fuel. Wood for the fire, doing more for others.
Does increased awareness bring increased responsibility?
Good. law that says that. Although they might be laws created by people who say, oh, it means you have to be doing more. You know, the doing more is spontaneous. And again, coming from the intuition of spontaneous action. Spontaneous music. Once the heart opens, then you're already helping all peeps. It will have its way. Open heart just naturally goes out to peeps. You know, other beings. Makes space for other beings. Appreciates other beings. Cares for other beings. Loves other beings. It's just the nature of the heart. The nature of the groin is what you see, the hate mongering is in the groin. See, but the heart is more open. More open. The conflict is in the groin, the heart is more open. It's beautiful.